So this is what should be included in your roof rack kit. So you have two crossbars. So the longer one is for the front, and it will be labeled as such. Shorter one is for the back. And we have the weather stripping for each one. And we have 4 mounts, so they're all unique. And if you look in the back, there's 2 letters. So this one's DF, so that's driver front. And we got PF, so passenger front, and driver rear, and passenger rear. Now you can take to get access to the screws, you can just take the BMW logo, rotate it a 1/4 of a turn counterclockwise and pull it out. And that gets you access to the mounting hole for the roof, and then you have access to the screw here for the crossbar to the mount. And then you should also have just the end caps for the crossbars. These ones are with a lock and key. And an Allen key. So this is a 4mm Allen key to install them. And the only other tool you may want is a trim tool for prying off the roof trim pieces. Also important to keep in mind is each BMW logo here is also labeled with the corresponding mount that it goes to. So this one's passenger rear. Again, these are all unique, so you have to match them up with their respective mounts. And each mount should have a nice foam pad to interface with the roof. Now this is not meant to seal water, it's just meant to provide a nice cushion for the roof so that it doesn't scratch the roof at all. Okay, so here's an e46 sedan, and of course we got these little access doors here to mount a roof rack, but we can't do it with this door there, so we gotta remove these doors. And to do that, we just gotta remove this trim piece, which is fairly easy. So easiest way to do it is take your trim tool, start from the back side here, and let me see if I can do this one-handed. Just kind of dig in there, pry up. Clips are still pretty strong, so don't worry about breaking them. And just pry this thing up carefully all the way to the front. Okay, so we took both trim pieces off. So for the passenger side and the driver's side. So I'll show you how to remove the doors here on one of them. So easiest way to do this is flip it over. And there's these 2 plastic pieces on either side. So what this is doing is it's holding in, I'll take a door here. These doors just have a rod that they hinge on. So all we gotta do is take these 2 plastic pieces on the sides. This may or may not be connected. You can just bust it loose if it is, and just slide them away from each other. Do that a good amount, and the door should expose the pin side on one of the sides of the doors, and then you can just kind of take it out. You can push these plastic pieces back together, and then if you had to shimmy the clips out of the way, you can just kind of slide those back into place. And that's it. Now you got the door off. Okay, here's for the back one. Same kind of procedure. Take both sides of each plastic piece, just separate them out. See if you can expose the pin on one side. In this case, kind of hard to see. I'm going to see if I can push it over a little bit with the screwdriver. There we go. So now I just pushed it all the way through the door. There we go. Now that one's out. Slide these back into place. Roughly. It might fall out. That's okay. You can just kind of snap it back in if you go too far. There we go. That's good enough. Now that trim piece is ready to go. Okay, now I just need to put the trim pieces back on. So just kind of tuck it under the front of the windshield gasket up there. And do the same thing for the back. And then you can start snapping it back in place. Get up under there. And that's it. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, using the longer bolts provided in the kit, you can go ahead and bolt down the mounts to each corner. So simply go like that and just tighten them down with the Allen key. Okay, got all 4 mounts on. I'm ready to put the crossbars on. So here is the longer one for the front, and there are 2 metal reinforcement pieces here. You want to just hold one down, slide the other one to the other side. And you can go ahead, set that down. And the key here is when you bolt this down, here's my bolt, you want to go through, use that reinforcement plate. So there is a single hole on the bottom of each one of these. Right there, that's the one you want to use. There we go. And I can just tighten that down. And this edge here should be on the front. Should match up exactly with the profile on the 3D printed mount. And here's for the rear bar. Okay, now I can reinstall the BMW logo just by pushing it in, quarter turn to the right. Next, we're installing the weather stripping, longer ones for the front. Easiest way to do this, just line it up with the channel here. And then just feed it all the way down. And then install your end caps.